Each continent is one nation, one faith, and one culture. Europe is Rome, Asia is Mongolia, Oceania is Australia, Africa is Congo, NA is USA, and South America, well, you guys are all going to Brazil. Expansion routes are going to be extremely limited, so we're going to expect to see some action very early on. What team are you guys rooting for? Tell us who and why in the comments below the video. This one has been very heavily requested, and I'm going to happily oblige because I'm very excited to see how this one goes. Each nation also has its own religion: Protestant USA, Animist Brazil, Orthodox Roman Empire, feet lovers down here in Africa, the Clop Clop horse people over here in Asia, and these Dreamtime dudes, whatever that is, down here. Everybody is also just one culture. These guys are Aboriginal because it's funny. I also gave everybody a modifier to ensure that they don't go over their governing capacity, so it shouldn't be an issue. We'll see. But anyways, you guys know the drill. We are at speed 5. Now we're just gonna unpause. Yes, the El Khanate, an event that the Mongol Empire will get when they have all this area. That's fine. Releasable tags by event are definitely something that we should expect to see. And not even 1 year in, the Roman Empire has attacked Congo for a trade war. Now that being said, they can't take any land in the peace deal, but if Congo is weak, then the Mongols might sense some blood in the water and push the attack over there. And I should have shown this before I unpaused, but it probably hasn't changed any since then. The Mongol Empire is the #1 great power, with the Roman Empire in #2. And then way below that is the Congo, then the United States, Brazil, and then Australia is, yeah, they're 455 development. And the Roman Empire has built up a very sizable army, over 200,000 men in the field with a force limit of over 500. Mongol Empire right behind them. The Congo is doing quite well, also considering that they have significantly less development than them. And now it's Brazil's turn to catch some hands here from the United States. They got some claims and they're pushing those claims. I'm sure it doesn't help the fact that Brazil literally is like exploding from rebels. I have no idea why. They have an army, they're just not putting their rebels down. Yeah, this one is looking like it's going to be a pretty easy win for America. If we see Brazil crumble like I think we might, I'm going to be kind of upset. Yep, I called that. Mongol Empire is attacking Congo. Also, I have literally no idea how this happened. They definitely were Tengri and every province was Tengri, but somehow, for some reason, they have reformed from a horde into an empire and they are now Shinto, which is, you know, very funny. But they have morale now, which is actually going to make a pretty big difference. We'll see how they feel after a couple of years of, you know, zero religious unity. I don't know how they switched to Shinto, but I mean, I'm not going to really ask questions. Regardless, I'm fairly confident that the Tengri zealots are just going to flip them back to Tengri. The poor Mongol Empire, man. Basically, all of China and Mongolia is occupied by rebels, and it looks like there's some more over in India. They went to war with Africa, and I was getting a little excited that we might see some crazy border changes, and then, you know, this. Internal strife. The USA has declared war on Brazil like 3 different times, and they're just slowly chipping away at their northern borders. Looks like it's only a matter of time before the USA just eats them up. And it's a similar story over here in North Africa. Roman Empire just keeps on beating up on the Congo. It doesn't seem like they can really catch a break. There's been a couple of border changes here on the borders of the Roman Empire and the Mongol Empire, but nothing massive, just a couple of provinces here and there. And 80 years in, it looks like we have our first hegemon. The Roman Empire definitely looking like they might be the one that comes out on top of this one. The main reason being the Mongols have still not managed to put down their Tengri zealots, and at this point I'm convinced that they're probably not going to be able to. They're trying to convert as many provinces as they can, but then the zealots just come in, occupy the province, and convert it back because the AI is dumb. Meanwhile, Australia is just chilling. They're thriving. They're doing just fine. You know, hunky-dory, hunkering down, I guess. They have like 40,000 men in their army. They're not doing anything. For better or for worse, there's not a whole lot of action down in Oceania. It would appear that Mare Nostrum for the Roman Empire is actually almost achieved. Just a couple more provinces over here from the Mongol Empire, and the Roman Empire will control every province that borders the Mediterranean. And I am very happy to see this. It seems like the Aboriginals down in Australia have actually taken a couple of provinces over from the Mongol Empire. Now, they are occupied by rebels, which are going to defect back to the Mongol Empire, but I mean, still, they've got a couple of provinces that they took from them. That means there was a war, yeah? So that's pretty cool. And nothing really changing over here. A little bit of Colombia, a little bit of Venezuela. That's about it as far as I can tell. Borders haven't really changed a whole lot. War hasn't really been going on. These guys are just kind of playing tall, I guess. Well, there's some smart diplomacy for the Congo, guaranteed by the Mongols and allied to Brazil. And considering the fact that they have literally just been consistently getting pounded over and over again by the Romans, it's probably a good thing. Still looks like the Romans are winning, even with their big alliance block. I have no idea how this happened, but we've got a little Mongolia over here. OPM Mongolia down in the Malaccas here. And somehow, some way, the Mongol Empire is making it work with the Shintos. They still have rebels. Don't get me wrong. They've literally had rebels consistently the entire campaign, but they are managing. And meanwhile, down in South America, Brazil is Inti, the Incan religion. I don't know how they manage that because I'm pretty sure all of the provinces were converted, but maybe I missed one. I don't know. Either way, they're Inti now. It doesn't appear that conversions have been an issue for the Roman Empire. They're converting basically everything that they're conquering, as are the Americans over here in Gran Colombia. You can definitely see here that the Roman Empire has been pushing back the Mongols. They've got quite a few of their cores, and I think a bunch of them have already expired. My goodness. The Roman Empire has almost 2.5 million troops. Over double what the Mongol Empire does, and a whopping 5 times what the US has at number 3. Little Mongolia down here has a 7,000 snack, and they're doing just fine. They're a tributary of the Mongol Empire, so I doubt Australia is going to attack them anytime soon. But that massive army would explain why they are repeatedly occupying like half of the empire at any given time. Like they're consistently just trashing them. The legends of the tribal kingdom of Dzungar are told far and wide. A breakaway state from the Mongol Empire after some rebel issues that they seem to be consistently having for the entire game. Also, it appears that Australia lost their Mongolia lands over here, the islands, but now Mongolia has the Mongol Empire islands. This is getting confusing. Oh my gosh, just look at all this devastation in the Mongol Empire. Meanwhile, Roman Empire, completely prosperous in like every single state. Some provinces over here are 100 devastation. Like it's just been consistently sieged down or whatever for like 100 years. And if you're wondering why there's so much devastation, I think this might have something to do with it. And in the end, Roman Empire definitely coming out on top. Mongol Empire in a semi-close second, and then the US less than half the development of the Mongol Empire. Congo definitely went down a bit, as did Brazil, but Australia over here gained like 140 developments, so I think that we can give them that one. The Roman Empire dominated from the very onset, and they never looked back. So, safe to say, Roman Empire wins the game. Mongol Empire, after switching to Shinto for seemingly no reason, they literally did nothing except for get beat on over and over again by the Romans. They did manage to hold on to Little Ilkhanate here though, so I'll give them that one. At least they managed to keep a subject. The architectural genius of the Roman Empire in full display with the Kiel Canal, as well as the Suez. And though America is marching tons of men across it, they never built the Panama Canal. They did, however, push pretty far into South America, conquering all the way down to the bottom tip of Peru, as well as a good chunk of Brazil in the north. Congo basically just got pushed back to the Sahel in the western parts of Africa, and then on the eastern parts, they got pushed back all the way to the Horn. But somehow the Mongols managed to snag the Horn from them, or at least part of it. Australia, with that undisturbed isolationism, did literally nothing. They took a couple of islands here and there, lost a couple of islands here or there, sat around and developed for like 400 years. Doesn't seem like the worst decision considering the fact that they are still surviving. I mean, they could have gone to war and then gotten their teeth kicked in, so, you know, maybe it was the smart thing to do. The true underdog of the run was definitely Mongolia. For some reason, they popped out of some random islands down here in Indonesia, and they just stuck around. Europe is all Orthodox, and China, as well as Manchuria and up into Siberia, is mostly Shinto, as well as a chunk of India, apparently, though most of their country remains Tengri. Africa is still dominated, for the most part, by people who love feet. In Inti South America and Protestant North America, nothing changed there. Going along with this theme, Australia didn't really change much over here on their lands either. Maybe they converted a couple of islands, but that's about it. And aside from this Oromo province over here, no cultures in the world changed. Europe remained Roman. Maybe they culture converted a couple of provinces up here. Mongols didn't do anything that I'm aware of, neither did the Congolese. I don't see any provinces over here that could have been converted by the Aboriginals, and I'm fairly certain that the border of North and South America remained the same as well. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you let me know by leaving a like on the video and subscribe for more content like this. We got 2 videos coming out every week and you're missing out if you are not subscribed. And when you ding the bell, you'll get notified whenever we upload. If you want early access to these videos, $5 a month on Patreon will get you that. And if you're looking for some cool community, you can join the Discord or the subreddit. Both of those are linked in the description below the video, as well as my Twitter if you want to hear what I have to say over there. Got some fun videos in the pipeline. I think you guys are going to like it, so stay tuned. But until then, stay chill.